Hey, on, we're here to talk about meditation and the withdrawing the awareness within, how to do that. Because we all know meditation is good. We all know we should sit for meditation, but oftentimes we don't even know what meditation is. Meditation itself comes spontaneously after long periods of practicing or many years where we've learned to withdraw the senses within. That's why eyes should be closed. It said 80% of our thoughts come from what we see. So the more things that we have in our meditation environment, in our rooms, bedrooms, when you go to sleep, if you have real difficulty sleeping, normally if you look around the room, there's a lot of things to distract you, or a big pile of books, or you keep those things out of your bedroom, you keep them out of your meditation room. There should be a clear space. So the less things you see, the less things that are there to disturb you, the less thoughts you'll have. That's also something you can think about through the day. It's important also as a support for meditation. What do you have in your home? What kind of objects do you have? Where do they come from? What memories do they awaken? If you have a room or full of antiques or things that you've acquired and so on from family, and people have given you things and you feel obligated to keep them, just observe, what do you feel or think of when you see them? Are they conducive to your peace and happiness and serenity? Or do they bring you into a different frame of mind? Those things in the environment where you go, all of that impacts your thoughts. So how easily it is to draw your focus back to yourself. Limit how many things you have in your environment, the kind of colors. Don't leave your clothes out and laundry everywhere and those sort of things, because they create a disturbance. These are subtle things that can make a big difference. When you do sit for meditation, that first step when you close the eyes, how easy it is to withdraw. When we meditate, then automatically what comes up in your inner vision when you close the eyes is all that stuff that you've just taken in. That's why it's easier to meditate in the morning, because you've slept, you've rested, mind and body is rejuvenated. There's not as much to filter. When you meditate at the end of the day, it's a different kind of a meditation. It's more letting go of the day, being able to sleep well. But when you meditate in the beginning of the day with a clear mind, without so many impressions, that's really when you go deep. And how you end the day also is how you start the day. So meditation at the end of the day is also important to clear the day's impressions. But the beginning of the day, we call Brahma Muhurta, is the best time to meditate. An hour before sunrise is ideal. You should always wake up in the morning before the first light. It'll be easier for you to withdraw. Less things in the meditation room. Have a spot that you sit down that is just for your meditation, not some spot or some cushion that other people use or step on, or a place in the house in the middle of the living room, for example, where people walk over. That energy, again, is full of other impressions. Energy does matter. The clothes that you wear, have a shawl that you put over you that sort of cocoons you in that space and at that time. You experiment with these things, you can practice yourself and see if they work for you. They've worked for me. Help and support that withdrawal of the senses, that you just put on clothes for your meditation, not your pajamas and not your work clothes or clothes you go out and meet friends with for coffee. Clothes that are just for your time of meditation. So after a while you put them on, a nice light color, you put them on and you go, oh, peace. You feel that peace, and you sit down, less things around you. Nothing is taking you then outside into something else. It's all reminding you of peace and to turn within. Next thing, when you meditate, it is important that you're sitting up straight. Sitting straight is when the shoulders are just back that little bit and they drop down, the elbows in line with the hip, the side of the hip joint. That's not actually a common posture. We're used to being over the desk. We're used to picking up children and picking up bags and having all sorts of things that we have this posture. To sit with the shoulders back and dropped and open, it expands the chest. You can breathe and breathe deeply. Loose pants. Always wear and have loose clothing that allows you to breathe and feel free and relaxed. One of the biggest obstacles that may seem silly, but it's a big obstacle, is tight clothing. And I see nowadays in all the yoga classes, it's groovy and cool and hip to wear these ultra tight pattern leggings For me, it's a bit of a disaster for meditation and for yoga. One, it's synthetic, doesn't allow your skin to breathe, and two, they're just way too tight. You want to have clothes that allow that energy around the body, the bioenergy to circulate. Also has a calming effect. You feel different. You even feel different and peaceful when you see somebody dressed like that. It will still look nice. It can still look elegant, but you feel, a certain, if I would wear a nice loose sort of kaftan or clothing that's just a simple color, people smile at me from a distance. They're just natural to feel relaxed. You also feel that when you're wearing loose clothing. So for meditation, that helps a lot and you're relaxed. Sometimes it's not possible to have a good deep meditation, but if you're in the right environment, if you're on the right spot, if you've got those clothes on and you sit just peacefully for 10 minutes, it's a big achievement. It's a miracle, actually. Some people are worried, I don't see this or that in meditation. You don't have to see anything. If you experience a sense of peace and stillness for even a minute a day, but you sit down for at least 10 minutes, you will have a different life. There's no doubt about it. But don't expect to see visions or miracles. Even that's an obstacle on the real ultimate purpose of meditation. It's nice, those experiences come, but they're not the goal of meditation. Likewise, practices of visualization are not meditation. Practices of affirmation, those things help and support your direction in the world. They're good, but that's not meditation. So don't confuse that which drives you in the outer world to achieve with that which is that withdrawal of the senses within to really achieve that inner peace. Because no matter what you achieve through all of those techniques in the outer world, you will never have inner fulfillment and inner happiness. Our path in this life, we're given this birth so that we can have fulfillment within and fulfillment in the outer world. Both are necessary, both have their time. Don't confuse meditation with creating affirmations or creating a path forward. It's really different. It's a different practice. Withdrawal of the senses, eyes closed, focusing on the breath. Allow the breath to go in and you start to feel your body expand. And when you breathe out, you feel your body contract. And stay with that for a while. Breathing in, body expands. Breathing out, body contracts. You can only feel that when your body, when your clothing is loose, when you're relaxed. Through that experience, this expansion and contraction, you feel that you are one with that vital life force that sustains you. You receive energy and you release negativity and tension. You receive in your whole being and whole body. That's a first step of meditation practice, that you receive and release, receive and give, and that you're one with this principle that's giving and that's taking from you and helping you to release. And you focus on that with the breath and the body and experience that union with the breath. Same time you're relaxing deeper and deeper. Meanwhile, you can start the mantra practice so that your mind you'll notice your mind constantly gets distracted and you start thinking about what you have to do in the day, what time you have to go to work, what time is it now, what time do I have to get home, do I need to do the shopping? All of these things will come into your mind when you're meditating. Same thing happens when you dream. All the subconscious, unconscious impressions come out in the dreams. So when you're sitting and meditating, same thing happens. To stop that, to help, it's impossible to stop your mind. Don't try. That leads to mental illness. It leads to mental tension. We meditate, we're even withdrawing from the mind. So in order to do that, a practice given is the mantra. With practice, it allows you to be aware and conscious of something beyond the mind. Allow that mantra, or you focus on that mantra. Let's say Om Soham. If you're a little bit more fierce and ready for more, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya means it's a purification mantra, and everything that's not part of your meditation journey will fall away from you. So be mindful that it's a powerful mantra to use. Om Soham means I am that I am. Flows in with the breath. All that exists outside of me is part of me. Out with the breath. All that exists in me exists outside. I'm one with all, and all that is one with me. Beautiful mantra you can use all the time. Om Soham. I am that I am. Same thing given in all of the traditions and religions. Nothing is unique to any path. This is all authentic. It comes from the beginning of time. You look back and back and back as I did, you find the same thing exists. So don't think that because I'm repeating mantra, I'm identifying with a religion or a path or a practice. No, it's universal. It's universal. So I am that I am in English, or Om Soham, repeat, and you know that what I'm repeating and what I'm aiming is to become one with all. So the mantra leads you, when you understand and when you know what it leads you beyond the mind, into that realization that I am one. That's where meditation comes. When yourself, the meaning of the mantra, and the essence of everything merges into oneness. Om Soham. Practice with the mantra, that's all you need to do, and you will achieve spiritual fulfillment and the goal of meditation, which is to unite with the source and to know that we're here on earth to be one with the source. We come from that, not to do harm to anything, but to fulfill our needs in life and to feel free and happy that what I have is enough. God or the divine gives me all that I need. It is enough.